At number 4 is the Clemson Tigers, who have a really impressive group of corners down there in Death Valley. Avion Terrell, my number 4 corner in the country going into next year. He's a younger brother of A.J. Terrell, the Atlanta Falcons star cornerback. Avion Terrell, 4th among all corners in the country with a 90.7 run defense grade, 3 forced fumbles, tied for 2nd among all corners in the country as well. He's a really good player in coverage. He led the Power 4 with 14 forced completions in 2024. I think this guy will be a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Opposite of him is true sophomore Ashton Hampton, who had a 45.7 passer rating allowed as a true freshman. That was 8th among all corners in the Power 4. Slot corner Khalil Barnes is back for another year. He kind of had a sophomore slump last year with only a 61.1 PFF grade, but the year before, only Caleb Downs was a more valuable true freshman safety in the nation than Khalil Barnes, according to our wins above average metric. Clemson also brought back Jaden Lucas at corner 2. He was a starter for the Tigers last year as well. A little more uncertain at safety for Clemson, but Kylan Griffin played 375 snaps a year ago, and Ricardo Jones had a 70.2 PFF grade on 150 snaps as a true freshman. Really, Dalton, the reason why they're here at number 4 might be the best group of corners of anyone in the country.
Clemson's got a boatload of talent. I know we've been talking about it all off season, but that extends to the secondary too. And I think when you talk about what they have on the outside, especially in Terrell and Hampton, you don't get much better than that. I'm not seeing a whole lot of ACC units that are going to consistently get open against them. I think the one question for me with Clemson is the one guy that they lost in R.J. Mickens, right? To me, he was the glue that held the whole thing together. He was the one senior bit of leadership in that secondary. So whoever can replace that leadership at safety, especially maybe it is a guy like Khalil Barnes, right, who's been around for a while too. Now, I think that's really the one question I have is that Mickens in the middle called the shots and was the leader of that unit, a bunch of really young kids that played well last year. Now they all have to mature together without Mickens as their leader, figure it out as a unit, especially back there at safety. But you're right, this group of corners, that's as fearsome as it gets. I mean, it's going to be really hard to throw between their D-line and their secondary. Good luck throwing on Clemson this year.
If they still had R.J. Mickens,
they'd be number 1. They would absolutely be number 1 if Mickens had one more year.
Yeah, so
I don't think I have any question about that.
The one question I have is safety for them. I still like what they have at safety too, but their corners are fantastic.
It's just, again, Mickens brought and he broke out last year with the huge grade, and it got him drafted to the Chargers, but he was the leader. When I watched them, and you had all these talented guys on the outside, but he was the glue that held it together. Can they keep it together with him graduated now? But the good news is all those guys coming back. We know guys don't generally transfer out of Clemson. They've all played together for a full year already, so they just have to put it together as a unit without their veteran leader now.
I mean, you got Avion Terrell, Ashton Hampton, Khalil Barnes as your starting 3 corners.
That'll do.
I think that's the best in the country. I really do. I think that's an incredible group of corners that Clemson has right there. They're number 4 on this list. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of the PFF College Football Show. Please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
Also, subscribe to PFF Plus at subscribe.pff.com for all of the same data and grades that we use in our show, plus fantasy tools, betting tools, and our mock draft simulator.